The next exercise in the series is for cyclists. Now when you think of a cyclist, they're always bent forward, leaning over the handlebars. They're always using their hips, so their hip flexors get really tight. So what we're doing here are developing your glutes, as well as your posterior chain muscles in your shoulders, and as usual, your core muscles, just to help you stay upright. The aim is 30 to 40 seconds on, and you can take a break of about 10 to 15 seconds in between sets. You can do 3 to 5 sets. This is for cyclists. So you will need to develop shoulder stability, and this exercise is actually aimed at that. You're going to use the band, step on it with both feet nice and wide, keep the band slack in between your feet, take a nice close grip, and from here you'll be leading with your elbows. Elbows coming up, and you're going to pull the band apart, bring it back together and back down. Elbows lead, squeezing your shoulder blade muscles, bring it back down gently. Alternatively, you can also use a kettlebell for this exercise. Place the kettlebell between your feet. From here, holding onto the horns, looking straight ahead, step up and elbows high. Squat down, use your glutes to come up and squeeze your elbows up nice and high. Breathing in, exhaling up and back down. The second exercise in the cyclist series are your glute bridges. So you're going to be lying down on the floor. Your feet should be hip width apart, and your middle finger should be able to touch your heels. Put your head down. From here, you'll be tilting your pelvis, drawing your abs in, and raising your hips up. Just be sure not to let your thighs flare out. So you're keeping this in with your inner thighs active. This is your glute bridge, and you can hold this here for 30 to 45 seconds, or you can also take this down and do a few repetitions. Raise it up and coming down. If you'd like to progress this exercise, raise it up, lift one leg up and back down on the other leg. Raise your hip and down. Always be sure you are squeezing your glutes on the way up and coming down before you switch to the other side. The third exercise in your cyclist series are your prone T and Y delt flies. Mainly because when you cycle, you're always hunched forward over your handlebars. This is to develop your posterior chain muscles in your shoulders to help keep you nice and strong. Coming down on the floor, get into a nice prone position. Your feet can be slightly apart, chin tucked under. You're going to start with your thumbs facing up. And from here, breathing in and raise your upper body off the floor slightly with your arms going slightly higher than your ears. And you're taking it back down again. Breathing in, raising up, squeezing your shoulder blades, coming back down. This is your T delt fly. You can do this for 30 to 45 seconds before you progress to your Y delt flies. Bring your arms to the front, thumbs up, and as you inhale, raise your arms up slightly overhead, coming back down. This might feel a little bit more difficult than the T. Breathe in, raise up, and exhale as you come down. You will notice that as you raise up, you will also have to squeeze your glutes. Breathing in and exhaling down. Exercise 4 in the cyclist series are your side plank with a leg raise. This is going to develop your obliques, your abdominals, as well as your gluteus, which are your hip stabilizers. From here, lie on your side. You can start with your knee bent, making sure your elbow is right under your shoulder and your top arm is over your thigh. From here, lift your hips up. You're going to be driving with your obliques And then you're going to start to raise your leg using your glute medius, up and down. So exhaling up, inhaling down, keeping your abdominals engaged throughout. 30 to 45 seconds, down and up.